Well, don't think anyone down there pretending to be me that wants to take your money or invest your money is a friend. They're scammers. All right, we're going to share a story that the algorithm is not going to want to share. That is because money is going right now to other countries to fund wars that we're not involved in or to stretch our resources thin. All right. And the narrative is definitely being controlled. But I'd be remiss if I don't share with you the truth. So this story is out of Zero Hedge. This is about Biden, the Biden admin drafting a $100 billion Ukraine-Israel foreign aid package. And I think this is exactly what certain people in our government wanted because they can hide a lot of money that is going into Ukraine in different ways now. And I believe that you're going to see Taiwan next. I believe that you're going to see China move into Taiwan, and that is going to stretch our military, our finances, our aid so thin. And this is very scary, in my opinion, because this is very akin to what happened to the British prior to being attacked in World War I. All right. The Biden administration is putting the finishing touches on a foreign aid package that would allocate $100 billion in U.S. taxpayer funds to Ukraine. Let me stop really quick and also add that just recently the Biden administration has said that is forcing all banks. They are not allowed to turn down legal aliens, people that are not U.S. citizens, from financing, from credit cards, from all types of loans. Banks don't want this because they know that their ability to recapture those funds later are more difficult. There is a lot going on where the Biden administration wants, and I was going to report on this, they want free healthcare for all of these refugees that are coming into the country. People like yourself and me have to pay. I just went and got a quote for health insurance for my family, and it was $4,000 a month. Type 1 if this makes your blood boil. To think that you are working your butt off. You are paying taxes that are going to other countries. They're not taking care of problems in this country. And then you have to either go out and get a job that pays for your benefits or you have to pay for your own benefits. Thousands and thousands of dollars a month. Yet people can come into this country, not pay into our tax system and take our taxes. If you think for a second that this is not by design, you shouldn't be watching this channel. This isn't doom or gloom. This is putting all of the puzzle pieces around the world together. And I could really use your help because since I went out and warned about the next illness that's coming, and I warned about this stuff that's going on with these wars and the money and where it's going, the channel has gotten a massive hit. As a matter of fact, one of our moderators, Carlos, called me or texted me a little while ago and said that he's not getting the notifications. He has his notifications on. He didn't realize that we had done 3 videos today. And this is a real thing that's happening. Okay, so they're sending $100 billion in U.S. taxpayer funds to Ukraine, Israel, and other top security priorities. That is that's in quotes. All right, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Type 2 if you agree. I think some of those top security priorities are hiding information that they don't want out, like a laptop. I believe that there is hush money being spent. I believe that our tax dollars are being spent in extremely nefarious ways. Type 2 if you agree with that. The Boston Tea Party was fought over a 2% tea tax. Type below, hashtag the type of taxes we have. We have income tax, we have sales tax, we have luxury tax. We've got all kinds of taxes. We pay taxes on every single thing. We went from starting a war, a massive protest over 2% tea tax to now where most people, 50 cents on the dollar, regardless of your income, is taxed. This is insane. So that government officials can keep getting bigger, like Nancy Pelosi, that legally does insider trading like the rest of Congress. That's why this channel is not getting shown. Because the truth comes out and it's hard to keep your mouth closed. There are a lot of people that skirt these subjects online so that they can keep getting those views and keep getting, paid from their sponsors. But I'm telling you what, at a certain point, this just pisses me off. This is getting nuts. It's out of control. So this $100 billion going to Ukraine, Israel, and other top security priorities. And I think one of those is Taiwan. I believe that they know what's coming next, and I believe you're going to see a day Mark this down because there's a prophecy about this of a U.S. aircraft carrier getting struck by a missile. And make no qualms, I make no qualms about it. This prophecy said that this missile comes from a truck. And the only truck carrying missile that could kill a carrier is it's called the carrier killing missile from China. And we have no defense against it. Most people don't know about this. That missile came out about 13 years ago. And I watched that prophecy roll out about 15 years ago. And I believe that you're going to see a carrier battle group set up near Taiwan after China moves in. And I think China's going to hit one of our carriers. And what blows me away is that most people don't even believe that this is in the realm of possibility, because so many decades have gone by with the U.S. having military military dominance. And another thing I want to remind you is our president was on an interview the other day when he was asked about stretching our military thin, and he's like, what are you talking about? Type 4 if you know what I'm talking about. What are you talking about? The U.S. is like the biggest military ever in the history of the world. And that, I believe, coming from one of our, no one can touch us. He had this very arrogant, boisterous attitude, which quite frankly, I believe most Americans have that feeling, right? But it's very significant when it comes out of the leader of a nation's mouth. And that is, pride comes before a fall. And I believe that was a very defining moment when he was sitting there going, what are you talking about? The U.S., we're the ultimate. We're the number one. We're the biggest military. We're the strongest military. I believe that was the moment where we just hit our peak. And I believe it's about to be shown. It says here, according to the report, the bulk of the assistance, the $100 billion, and just to give some context, that's 1/10 of $1 trillion. We are printing money so fast and taking out debt so fast as a government and running into massive, massive deficits. This cannot end well at all. It is going to end up in a collapse. There's 100% certainty. Anyone that thinks that this is fear-mongering, they are fools. They are morons. They are idiots. They have no comprehension of monetary policy, monetary history, economic history, how economics work at all. To them, economics might as well be home ec, where you learn how to bake and sew this really stupid animal pillow. Type 5 if you remember those. Mine was a dog. Type which one. Point being is this. I'm still pissed. People are just fools. So it says the bulk of the assistance will go to Ukraine. How do you feel about that? The bulk of the 100 billion will go to Ukraine. Not Israel, not the top security priorities, Ukraine. I want to remind you, and the algo doesn't like this, and if you guys could do me a favor, if there's any way we can get up to 500 thumbs up right now to piss the algorithm off, if you agree with this, the reason why they want the bulk of the money to go to Ukraine is because the Democratic Party's servers are located there. Also some very bad labs, and they want to keep that hidden, because they want to keep pushing stuff all over the world on us. That's the truth. If you don't like the truth and it makes you feel awkward, get a piece of chalk, draw a circle on the ground, sit in your safe space, and watch clips of CNN and Rachel Maddow. Because if you're not mad now, I don't know what's going to make you mad. Now, I'm sorry there was a super chat. Thank you. But this is... While support for... Thank you. I'm sorry, I'm just fired up. While support for Israel enjoys broad bipartisan support in the U.S. Congress and amongst Americans, because I do believe that we should help Israel. That's just my stance, and it's going to piss a bunch of people off. I don't care. I don't care. It's what it says in the Bible. Take care of Israel. Also, it says in the Bible, the one generation shall not pass from when Israel reestablishes itself as a nation, that God's coming back. So I fear God more than I fear man. Israel's the only country that's been broken apart and came back together. So this was foretold way back when. And no, it wasn't a Rothschild that did it. If you want to think it is because he said it, Satan incarnate, fine, believe Satan. I'm telling you what, it's in the Bible. All right? There's just no denying that. So I believe that we should stand with Israel and help Israel, right? Anytime, even if your defenses went down for whatever reason, murderers come across and kill your people, yeah, deal with them with a strong blow. End of story. But if I lose, I'm probably gonna lose a ton of subscribers of that. That's good. It's called the culling. It's called the separation of the wheat and the chaff. The chaff is like a weed that looks similar, and it grows right up inside of the wheat, right? The wheat, which is good, it's nourishing, it's wholesome, but the chaff is a weed that grows up inside of it, and after a while it can choke the wheat. So we need to separate that chaff from the wheat. Type 10 if you agree with me and you understand what that analogy means. Type 11 if you think you don't want to unsubscribe because my words are hurting your feelings. Well, I'm going to tell you what, there's more hurt feelings around here than good things that are happening, and we need to start bringing in good things into this world. So any requests, and do me a favor, it sounds funny, just type as much as you want on this thing. Go nuts. If it's just a letter, the algo is going to go, crap, what's going on over there on the Ninja channel? It's firing a bunch of people up. I guess we got to show this video to other people. That's how it works. It says here, Representative Jim Jordan, the leading candidate for speaker, has been hesitant on more Ukraine aid. Well, no freaking duh. While conservatives in the House have demanded that an Israel package be separated from any Ukraine aid. I completely agree with that. We should know exactly where the money's going. We should know how much. We should know where our current administration that runs this country and is doing a crappy job of it. Type 12 if you agree that the current administration is doing a crappy job. You know how many people I run into that says, if I would have only known this was going to happen, I would have never voted this way. That's exciting to me. That's the only way we can invoke real change. Bad things have to happen. That's when the greatest things in our history have ever happened, when bad things happen. We have a choice to stand up and do something about it, or to sit and take it. Or there's a bunch of fools running around sitting and taking it. Well, it's time to wake up the lions. I think that that budget needs to be separated. We need to know where our priorities lie. And I think our current administration is just full of lies. I'm not going to read anything Chuck Schumer says because he's a complete fool and tool. And according to ABC News, several Biden administration officials are worried that hardliners in Israel are pushing for a scorched earth military response that would lead to a number of civilian casualties. Well, okay, I'm going to be honest with you. This is what happens in war. People get hurt. And the horrible thing about these terrorists is they hide behind women and children because they're afraid. They prey on fear and being in the shadows. But we need to strike this evil out. Pro-Israeli groups have also asked Biden for at least $500 million in grant funding to protect Jewish communities in the U.S., including synagogues and other community sites, due to alleged threats. It's unclear if that will be part of Biden's proposal. Look, the fact of the matter is, this channel's views are down 60% right now in the last month, ever since I told everybody about that next illness and some other stuff that I can't even repeat. The algos pick it up. But that's where we are now. And so I still can't hide behind the truth. I just can't hide. And I believe that your hold on just a second really quick here. Wait, hold on. Sorry, I gotta do something real quick here. There we go. I think that we need to wake people up with the truth. The truth hurts, but the truth is what is gonna set you free. Hope you got something out of this. The Economic Ninja is out.